Dear students, in this class we are discussing about language teacher competencies, role of English teacher and responsibility of English teacher as mentor, facilitator, scaffolder and reflective practitioner. English is the most widely spoken, first as well as second language in India. English is the language of science, aviation, computers, diplomacy and tourism. And it is the language which connects in internationally. Having a good command of English helps us to have more opportunities in life. So for students, English language learning is a big task. Only a competitive teacher can make the students to learn English. Being a student teacher, you have to achieve certain competencies which can make God a good English teacher. Through this class, we are discussing about teacher competencies, role of English teacher as mentor, scaffolder, reflective practitioner and responsibility of English teacher. First, we are talking about language teacher competencies. What is competency? An individual abilities as they relate to knowledge, understanding and skills. An individual's ability to do something successfully or effectively. It is also called skills, which means competency is related to an individual's knowledge, understanding and skills. So competency also help to do something successfully or effectively. Competency are defined here as a combination of knowledge, skills and attitudes appropriate to the context. Competency means the proven ability to use knowledge, skills and personal, social and or methodological abilities in work or study situation and in professional and personal development. So competency is a combination of what? Knowledge, skills and attitudes. Knowledge, skills and attitudes are appropriate to the context. Competency means the ability to use knowledge, skills, personal or social and methodological abilities in where work or study situations. Okay. It also helps for the professional and personal development of an individual. Next, this diagram represents competency means what? The combination of skills, attitudes and knowledge. So the skills, attitudes, knowledge are interrelated and interdependent. Okay. Skills relates to the ability to do of and physical domain. Okay. Attitude, it relates to qualitative aspects, personal characteristics or traits. Knowledge relates to information. So it is a cognitive domain. Teaching competency. Teaching competency means to bring the desirable changes in learner, whatever the effectiveness influenced on learners by the teacher, with behavior, teaching ability and subject competency. Teaching competency means a teacher can a desirable changes in learners, whatever the effectiveness influenced on the behavior, teaching ability and subject competency of a teacher. Teaching competency means to create a learning environment, knowledge and skills implemented by the teacher. A good teacher has to create a learning environment, knowledge, skills for a good teaching competency. So next definitions. According to B.O. Smith, all the observation behavior of teacher which influence the desirable attitude of the children are called teaching competence. According to Smith says that all the observation behavior of teacher that influence the desirable attitude of the children, so it is called teaching competency. Next definition, according to H.C. Morrison, teaching competency is the integration of teachers' knowledge, attitudes and skills. H.C. says that teaching competency means the integration of teachers' knowledge, teachers' attitude and teachers' skills. According to Simon, the ability to contextualize a specific knowledge and belief related to teaching activity is called teaching competency. So Simpson says that a teacher has a contextualized for a specific knowledge and belief related to teaching activity. Components of teaching competency. Teaching competencies consist of three important components, namely, first one is knowledge competency, second one is performance competency, and third one is consequence or effectiveness competencies. Knowledge competency. Knowledge competency is knowledge put into action by the learner in the learning environment. Second one, performance competency. Performance competency are the values you and your company have selected as the most integral skills or characteristics of an employee must possess in order to effectively do their works. So the performance competency has for the effectively to do their works. Consequence or effectiveness competency. It involves identifying and defining the competencies or combination of knowledge, skills, traits and abilities that enable effective job performance or leadership within the context of a particular organization. Significance of competencies. To achieve the command over the subject matter. So the teacher can achieve a command over the subject matter. To understand by learner behavior in deep. A good teaching competency which help to understand the learner behavior in deep. Third point is useful for implement different techniques of teaching. Fourth, it develops confidence of teacher. So the teaching competency develop the confidence of a teacher. Next point, it enhances the effectiveness of teaching. So the teaching competency helps or enhance the effectiveness of teaching. It guides the teacher to use the different effective learning aids. So competency also a guideline for effective teaching learning aids. It develops the scientific attitude in teaching. Next point, it helps to get update through knowledge. So a teacher can update their knowledge through their competencies. Next point, useful for develop the lesson based on teaching aims and objectives. Next point, help to develop the research oriented ability in teachers. A teaching competency develop the research oriented ability in teachers. It helps to implement effective evaluation techniques. So the teaching competency also effective evaluation techniques. It helps teacher to develop the teaching plans with broader outlook. Next point, it develops self-confidence and patience. So the teaching competency also provide a self-confidence and patience in teachers. It develops ability of teachers like creative, active, etc. William Otherworth says that a mediocre teacher tells, a good teacher explains, a superior teacher demonstrates, a great teacher inspires. Which means all teachers are a great teacher. So we can inspire our students. I think you all get an idea about language teacher competencies. Next we are discussing about the role of English teacher as mentor, facilitator, scaffolder and reflective practitioner. As an academic instructor or educator, a teacher has skills, variety of teaching method and subject knowledge. ITI students engage students in interactive learning activities, deals with students taking into account their learning styles, abilities and personalities. So teacher act as an academic instructor or educator. Also teacher gave importance to the learning styles of students, abilities and personalities. Teacher as a role model. A teacher must be a caretaker, supporter, mentor, guide, leader, advisor. Always a good teacher must be a role model for their students. As a classroom manager, a teacher. First point, maintain a friendly learning environment. Second, set rules and routines in the classroom. Focus on an individual student as well as the whole class. A teacher can maintain a friendly learning environment with their students, and teacher sets a rules and routines in the classroom for classroom management, and also focuses on individual student as well as the whole class. So teacher must give importance to whole student in his class or in her class. Okay. As caregiver, a teacher provides physical, emotional and intellectual support for students in various capacities. So a teacher provides physical as well as emotional and intellectual support for their students for improve their capacities. Okay. And also highlight mention qualities is the expected role of a teacher in classroom. Responsibilities of an English teacher: planning, preparing and delivering lessons. So teacher must plan the prepare. So the teacher must plan the lesson, prepare the lesson and deliver the lessons. Second point, preparing teaching materials, homework assignments and handouts. Next point, recording and maintain accurate student attendance records and guides. So the teacher must collect the records and grades, maintain for accurate student attendance. Next point, classroom management. A teacher must control their classroom. So classroom management is important one for the classroom management. Next point, creating a vibrant teaching atmosphere, which means there is a interaction between the student and the teacher. Next point, maintaining discipline in the classroom. It also connects to the classroom management. Developing English lesson plans in line with the national curriculum. So the lessons must interconnect with the national curriculum. Next point, helping pupils improve their listening, speaking, reading and writing skills via individual and group sessions. So an English teacher must give importance to LSRW. Next point, evaluating a student's classwork and assignments. A teacher must evaluate the classwork and assignments of their students, providing students with right educational activities and experience. Teacher must give examples or experience for their right educational activities. Next point, advising including guidance and counseling student on career issues, which means a teacher must be a problem solver. Next point, organization of curricular activities like essay, elocution, debate and drama, work games and quizzes. So a teacher must give importance to curricular and co-curricular activities. Teacher as a mentor. Mentor is a person who gives help and advice to younger or less experienced person over a period of time. So mentor always provide help for their less experienced person over a period of time. Next point, a mentor is a guide who can help the mentee to find the right direction and who can help them to develop solution to career issues. So mentor also acts as a guide and who can help them to develop solution to their career issues. Next point, he or she is an experienced and trusted advisor. Always a mentor is a trusted advisor and also a experienced advisor. A mentor should ask questions and challenge who provide guidance and encouragement. Always a mentor providing guidance and encouragement for the mentee. Mentoring skills. First point, have the desire to help. Second point, be motivated to continue developing and growing. Third point, having confidence and an assured manner. Fourth point, ask the right questions. Fifth point, listen actively. Sixth point, provide feedback. So, mentor always help for the desire of the mentee. Second point means always motivate mentor to the mentee. Also providing confidence and ask the right questions. Always a mentor actively listen their mentee and also provide feedback. Teacher as a facilitator. This means shifting roles from a lecturer to a facilitator who provides resource, monitor progress and encourage students to solve problems. Teachers reap benefits when they see how excited their students are about applying their knowledge to solve a problem. Scaffolding. Scaffolding is a process through which a teacher adds support for students in order to enhance learning and aid in the mastery of task. A teacher as a scaffolder means a teacher adds support for students in order to enhance learning and mastery of task. The teacher does this by systematically building on students' experience and knowledge as they are learning new skills. So, scaffolding is a systematically building their experience and knowledge for a new skills. Definition. Scaffolding can be defined as the structured assistance or guidance that help someone build confidence and push their limits to develop new skills and accomplish tasks. So, scaffolding can be defined as a structured assistance or guidance. So, a scaffolder must provide confidence and push their limits to develop new skills and accomplish their task. Essential features. First point, this interaction between teacher and child should be collaborative for it to effective. So, there is an interaction between teacher and child, so the collaborative learning become effective. Second point, learning should take place in the learner's zone of proximal development. The gap between current and potential level is known as zone of proximal development. Scaffolding strategies. Visual and relay, use of first language, read aloud, modeling or gestures, intentional small group or partner work, sentence structured, connect to background knowledge, graphic organize are the scaffolding strategies. Reflective practitioner. Repeating teaching means looking at what you do in the classroom, thinking about why you do it and thinking about if it works, a process of self-observation and self-evaluation. Simply reflective practitioner means repeating teaching. If it works, a process of self-observation and self-evaluation. Reflecting teaching is a process where teachers think over their teaching practices, analyzing how something was taught and how the practice might be improved or changed for better learning outcomes. Simply, it means self-observation and self-evaluation. Next point, it is a systematic reflection on teachers' practice within the classroom. Reflecting teaching is a systematic reflection on teachers' practice within the classroom. Okay. Advantage of reflective teaching. Reflective teaching develops the quality of teaching through continuous improvement. So, reflective teaching provides quality teaching. It gives educators new opportunities to reflect on and assess their teaching. That means self-evaluation. Next point, it enables teachers to explore and test new ideas methods, approaches, and materials. So the teachers can implement new inventions in their teaching. Next point, it provides opportunity to assess how effective the new approaches were. So, reflecting teaching also provide how effective the new approaches. Next point, teachers share feedback with fellow team members. Teachers share feedback with fellow team members. So next point, they make decisions about which new approaches to include in the school's curriculum, instruction and assessment plans. The teachers make decision about new approaches to include in the school's instruction and assessment plans. Through this class, we are discussed about language teacher competencies, role and responsibility of an English teacher. I think all you get an idea about this topic. Thank you.